All right, everyone, welcome to this video here. This is really just a documentation of some troubleshooting that I had to go through recently. Something I actually encountered before, but I just kind of forgotten. So I thought I'd capture the steps that I went through. What we're going to look at here is an assembly program. So when we're writing an assembly, we have to take a little bit more control of the build process. And in particular, let's say that you want to do something simple like call printf from the C runtime. So here we have the definition of those external symbols so that the linker can help us out when it's time to do that. And here's the call to puts and printf. So there's the call to printf. And then of course there's this, because you can see there's this other external symbol for puts, and as well as exit process, but exit process really isn't relevant here. Now the normal flow here, or at least the flow that I generally use, I don't do a ton of assembly programming, is that once we're ready to assemble our program, I'll use NASM to generate an object file for Windows. Here's our input assembly file, and there's our output. So we can go ahead and generate the object file, and now we need to link it. Okay, in order to do that, we'll just use link.exe that comes with Visual Studio. We provide it the object file. We can define the subsystem that this is in this case, is a console application intended to run in the console, the entry point, and now we can provide the .libs that we want to link against. And these .libs are kind of like a phone book in that they help the linker to find the actual libraries that they're located in. So kernel32.lib for our call to exit process. Modern C programs that are using the C runtime, you can use the ucrt.lib. But the problem that you will encounter, at least that I encountered when I did this, is that you'll have an unresolved external symbol for printf. And that's telling us, of course, that the linker can't find the symbol in the libraries that we've told it to link against. Now, a couple things can happen here. The short answer is how to get around that. Well, let's just explore that first. And what you want to do is not only link against ucrt.lib, but then also this legacy stdio definitions.lib. And this is actually something that Microsoft did years ago, was kind of move around what exports these standard IO functions. So if you include that for the linker, you should see that your program now is able to finally get linked. You have an executable. There's going to be this warning about the CRT section exists. In this case, it's saying that, hey, it looks like you're using some C runtime functions, but you're not initializing the runtime. And that's very true. I'm skipping that. So that's another issue, but not the focus of what I wanted to talk about today. We run puts.exe, and you'll see it prints both through printf and through puts here. Now, if we want to just explore this a little bit deeper, you can actually use dump bin and this linker member to explore these libraries. I'm going to just dump this to a text file, and then we'll open that up with code. And what you'll see is that now we can just do a find. I would have grepped from the command line, but I didn't have it installed. But let's say we want to look for our extern puts. Well, there it is in the ucrt. If we want to look for our extern printf, you'll see that it's not. These are not those exports. If we go back to the command line, we can also do this with our legacy definitions. And you'll see there is the printf, the symbol for printf. So that's how it helps to find it. And if I wanted to point this last bit out, because then if you are looking for a symbol, you're not sure what lib it is to link against, this can maybe help you explore and try to identify the appropriate library. In any case, I hope you find this video helpful.